Hi everyone, Karuch from Scraps of Mind here, and in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to make your own curled edges for use on your digital scrapbook layout backgrounds. All of the papers used in this tutorial are from Erica Height's bookworm collection at Scrap Girls. The links to these papers are on the Scraps of Mind blog at www.scrapsofmind.com. Let's get on with the tutorial. First, you take a sheet of plain white paper that's roughly 12 inches long. I usually use a sheet of A4, but it doesn't matter if it's not exactly right, because you can always stretch out your finished curved edge. So with that sheet of paper, you roughly tear a strip off it lengthwise, and with the remainder of the sheet, wet your finger and run it down the torn edge. That makes it easier for it to be rolled over. Then just with your fingers roll it over and press it down, as you can see that I've done here, and just make little pinches in it, little tears in it, anything that's going to make it look knobbly and interesting until you're satisfied with the result. Then scan it into your photo editing software program. Use a 300 DPI, 300 dots per inch resolution, so that it will match the resolution of the rest of your scrapbooking elements, and then just scan it in as we're doing here. Now when your paper is scanned in, just get rid of this scanning window. Okay, so that's what it looks like in your Photoshop Elements editor. Now the next thing we do is we select our selection brush tool. We want our actual selection brush, not our magic selection brush, and we want it set to mask. Now with this, we then carefully just trace over our curled edge. Now you don't have to be too paranoid about this, because you can always clean it up afterwards. Just make sure that you actually do cover all of the bits that you actually want to have in your curled edge element. It doesn't matter if you have a little bit of extra stuff, but just make sure you've got all of the bits that you do actually want to have in there. Okay, now that we've done that, if we now go to the Move tool and select the Move tool, marching ants appear, and they're actually surrounding everything that is not the area where you masked off with that red mask. So we'll now select the Eraser tool, and we'll choose the Magic Eraser, and we'll just click in the file. And as you can see, everything has now been erased except for our curled edge. We'll go Select, Deselect to get rid of the marching ants, and we've now got our basic curled edge element. What you would now do is you would scroll in a little bit, and with the ordinary eraser, perhaps reducing the size a little bit, just go and clean up some of this background paper that's got caught into it. I'm not doing a particularly neat job of this because of time. If you were doing it, you would no doubt make a much better job than I'm making of it, but you get the general idea. Now we'll go to our move tool. We'll zoom back out again so we can see what we're doing. Now you can save this file as a PNG file, and basically you can use it on any of your layouts, and I'll show you how you should use it to get the best effect. So with our move tool selected, we'll drag it down onto a layout, and then we'll just maneuver it into position. I think what I'd like to do is to have it just across an angle, at an angle. You can stretch it a little bit. You don't want to stretch it too much, but you can stretch it a little bit if you like. Just fiddle it about until you've got the position that you want for it. I think that will be fine. We'll commit that. There we go. With our paper layer highlighted, we'll select our erase tool. We want our normal eraser, not our magic eraser, and then I might just make that a little larger. We will just erase just underneath the line of our curled edge, and then just take out the rest of the paper there. What I'm looking to do is create the effect of the paper having been torn away and curled and showing the other paper underneath it. Fine. Just pop back to our move tool. Now you'll find that the white is often a little bit too harsh to look natural on your curled edge. So I like to color it so that it blends in more with the paper. So with your eyedropper tool selected, choose a color from your paper, and then select your paint bucket and make sure you've highlighted the layer with your curled edge on, and also make sure the opacity of your paint bucket is reduced. I'd like to start at 20%. If it's not enough, you can always crank it up a bit, but we'll start with 20% and then just dump it onto, and as you can see, it's just taken that harsh white edge off the curled edge of your paper and makes it look like it's more naturally belonging to that sheet of paper. So now all you need to do is to add a drop shadow and you're done. In Photoshop Elements 4, the way I add a drop shadow is I duplicate my layer, in this case the curled edge layer, then on the lower of the two layers I'll add my drop shadow, and because I don't like how harsh the shadows are, I'll just reduce the opacity of that layer and soften the shadow. And there you have it. You've made your own curled edges, and you can make them in different shapes and different angles to suit whatever it is you like, and have a lot of fun. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial as much as I've enjoyed making it for you, and have lots of fun with your animated layouts. Please let me know how you go in the comments section of the post where this video is living. And please check out my Scrapbooking Edge video tutorials over at digitalartscafe.com. They've got some exciting digital scrapbooking tutorial offers on there at the moment. In the meantime, bye for now.